Listen, this is a story that is being spoken about everywhere. Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in New York City. So he has been officially charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors allege that Combs threatened and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires for years. At this point, his lawyer is denying all the claims being made against Diddy. This is huge. Yeah. Andrea, what's your thought here?
Okay, first of all, are we done rounding up all the horrible men in the entertainment industry? Weinstein, Epstein, Cosby, Combs, Kelly. Like, can this be enough? You know what? Sadly, I'm not shocked by this because anybody who follows the music and the culture knows that there's always been rumors about Diddy's horrible behavior. I remember one specific story that happened in 1999 where he was charged with using a champagne bottle to smash the head of one Steve Stout, another man in the industry, because this man used unauthorized video of Diddy in a music video. And that was the first red flag for me as a fan to kind of go, that's an extreme reaction to someone putting your video, your likeness in a music video. Is this what you do? And since then, there have been a lot of rumors about the abuse that, alleged abuse that his the mother of three of his children, Kim Porter, has gone through. And of course, Cassie, we know a lot more about that. But what's sad is I'm listening to these charges and I'm like, you can't do all of these things and be charged with this without a lot of people around you knowing exactly what you are doing. And where were those people to speak up and say something? We're talking about a man who has a career that spanned decades. So, you know, a lot of people either took payments or just decided to look the other way so that they could benefit their career, or maybe they're just worried about, you know, the backlash from him because he has quite the temper. But that's the part that saddens me, that a lot of people have to stand by and watch while
Can I jump on that and say not just only a lot of people, a lot of men.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of allegations by women that he has, you know, the allegations are like kidnapping, forced prostitution, rape allegations. The list from the women is really, really long. And so when you talk about people enabling him and, you know, protecting their own paycheck, this is where I get really frustrated when it comes to women's rights, because the bottom line is the system doesn't believe women unless there's like 5, 6, 7, 30, 50 allegations against one man.
And video.
And video.
And video. They need video too.
And yet, you know that saying, if you see something, say something?
Yeah.
If one or two of these men would have been like either to Diddy, stop it, that's wrong, which we know that means their paycheck is cut off or worse. Yeah. The system believes men more than it believes women. So where are the men?
Yeah.
I don't know, it angers me.
I'll just say, I agree with everything you're saying, but I think it is important to note, because I didn't know this, there is a man who's been involved in this lawsuit.
There's two men who have filed lawsuits.
So one of them is producer. He's known as Little Rod, and he had worked with Diddy, and he accused him of groping and touching. He also suggests that he alleges that he has been drugged, that there was a whole series of things. I think that we're only at the beginning of the iceberg that is this whole story, and the stories are going to continue to emerge.
I think also celebrities think that they're not touchable. Do you know? Like, I think it's not P. Diddy, it's Dun Diddy. Because I think he's done. We don't want to see, I don't want to hear his music. I don't want to see his image. There was a time I got pulled over, not proud of this, for speeding. And they said, oh, aren't you from that TV show? And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a little bit of a pass. And he was like, yeah, that's me. Don't drive so fast next time. So I did not get away with that, and neither should he get away with anything, you know? Like, turn off his music.
You know what? Before I forget, because now you made a good point, there are a lot of men who've kept quiet, but there's one man who never kept quiet, and his name is 50 Cent. And we gotta give that man his props, because he has been calling Diddy out on his behavior for years, and people were always uncomfortable, but no one ever stepped next to him and said, yeah, he's right, I did see that. But 50 Cent always said it. He's also slightly problematic.
Yes, right.
He's definitely a person who opened his mouth and said something.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.